How to get a senior leadership or C-suite position in Kenya. And I want to share with you the unknown secrets. So have you ever watched someone get a senior leadership job, say a CEO position, that you've always coveted and you wondered what it took? And maybe this individual is not as qualified or experienced as you are. So let me start with a story. A few years ago, during a career coaching session, I met a brilliant manager, let's call him Ochieng, who was aiming for a CEO role. He felt that his career had stagnated for over 6 years, and so he sought my services, as a career coach. So Ochieng was hardworking, sharp, loyal, and he even stayed in the office late. The guy believed that if you work hard, one day you'll be noticed. But every time a senior role opened up, his name was never on the shortlist. People with less experience got promoted before him. And he kept asking himself, what am I doing wrong? Doesn't performance speak for itself? So one day, after another painful disappointment, that's the time he called me. And he told me, Paminas, I think I'm cursed. But ladies and gentlemen, here is the truth. Ochieng wasn't cursed. He was just playing a game without knowing the real rules of the corporate world. And today, as a recruiter, as someone who's been in the HR for the last 15 years now and counting, I want to share with you what I call the unknown secrets of rising to C-suite and senior leadership here in Kenya. Because talent alone is not enough. Hard work alone is also not enough. And through my interaction with professionals, I've come to see that many professionals don't know this. Or maybe if you know, you're not taking it seriously. And if you hear it from me, it will change the way you look at things. And so for this video, I've broken it into 2 parts. So part number 1 is what managers believe versus the reality. And then now we are going to look at the secrets. We are going to look at what do you need to do. So belief number 1, many managers think that if I work hard, they will notice me. The guys, at the 16th floor will notice me. However, what is the reality? The reality is that hard work gets you respect, not promotion. So what do you need if you want to be promoted to a C-suite position? You need to show impact, you need to be visible, and you need to cultivate strategic relationships. The reason being, if decision makers don't know the value you bring, you always remain in the shadows. Belief number 2, which is wrong, is that my boss will promote me one day. What is the reality? The reality is that promotions are not charity. They are business decisions. Your boss is thinking, can this person help me hit the big numbers? Can they handle pressure? Can they represent the company externally? Your boss is not thinking, they've been here for long, let's promote them. It's about results, ladies and gentlemen. The third erroneous belief is that qualifications will automatically open doors. I'm here to tell you that the reality is that degrees are just an entry ticket. It's not a promotion guarantee. Many professionals, especially with those ones with advanced degrees, the MBAs, they remain stuck because they lack things like executive presence, influencing skills, decision-making ability, networks, and the leadership skills. Soft skills that are needed for you to rise to the C-suite, to the CEO positions, to the director position, to the senior management positions. An MBA is not proof that you can be able to lead a team. No. Belief number 4 is that being loyal to one company will pay off. However, what is the reality? Sometimes loyalty is rewarded, but many times loyalty is exploited. So the corporate world often promotes people who bring fresh perspectives, not just who have been around. Yeah. So don't think that royalty is an automatic ticket to your promotion. No. We want to promote people who are bringing fresh perspective, not people who just been around. Belief number 5 is, if I avoid office politics, it will be fine. However, what's the reality? The reality is that leadership is politics. The positive kind. Why? Because politics, the way I look at it, it's about influencing, negotiating, aligning stakeholders, understanding power dynamics. If you don't manage politics, politics will manage you. So let's look at part 2. The unknown secrets of getting a senior leadership role. And secret number 1 is that you have to build a strong personal brand inside the company. You have to build a stellar reputation. Don't let the word personal brand confuse you. Personal brand simply means reputation. So be known as a person who, number 1, solves big problems, delivers results under pressure, is reliable and calm, and is able to help others succeed. Remember, people promote who they trust, not just who they know. So build a very good reputation. Secret number 2 is kujuana. And here, you have to build relationships with power circles. So you'll find senior jobs are rarely advertised. They come through recommendations, board influence, professional networks, industry visibility. So learn to attend events, join associations, speak on panels, mentor others. Yeah. Relationships open doors that talent cannot reach alone. Yeah. So instead of spending your time on Netflix, instead of spending your weekend just in the house, learn to get out and interact with people. And I can assure you that will make a difference in your career. The secret number 3 is speak the language of the business. Learn to speak about the entire business and not just your department. So if you want to be in a leadership position, you need to learn strategy, you need to learn finance, risk, market trends, competitive landscape. Yeah. So a senior leader is not a super expert, but you need to be a business thinker. Because the business is relying on you for solutions. So you cannot say you don't know HR simply because you're in finance. You can't say you don't know about sales, because you're an engineer. If you want to be a top engineer, if you want to head, then you need to learn every aspect of the business. Yeah. Secret number 4 is what I call the soft skills, and these ones align with the executive presence. So how you look, how you sound matters. So this includes how you carry yourself, how you make decisions, how do you communicate under stress, how do you present your ideas, how do you speak. Yeah. So it's not enough to know. You must look and sound like someone who can represent the company, both internally and externally. Someone who can maybe speak to investors, boards, and even government officials. If you look confused, if the way you dress like, you all remember that former vice president who used to wear baggy suits. It doesn't show confidence. It doesn't show that you are serious. Yeah. So it may look like it doesn't, like it's something small, but I can tell you those things do count, especially when you're talking about senior positions. Yeah. Secret number 5 is deliver tangible results that move the needle. So start asking yourself, what big problem can I solve this year that leadership you remember? Yeah. So C-suite positions and high-ranking leadership positions, they go to problem solvers, not supervisors. Yeah. I'll repeat that. C-suite and leadership positions, high-level leadership positions, go to problem solvers, not supervisors. I hope you're still with me. Secret number 6 is you need to manage your emotions and show maturity. Why? Senior leadership roles, they come with pressure, a lot of pressure, such as politics, conflict, tough decisions, restructuring, performance management, etc. So as a leader, you need emotional intelligence. We don't need you to be perfect, but we need you to exercise emotional intelligence when it comes to the way you are carrying yourself and even treating others. Secret number 7, you need to keep reinventing yourself, so don't remain the same. Every career level needs a new version of you. That's what I've come to learn. So what made you a good supervisor won't make you a senior manager. So you need to upgrade your mindset, upgrade your skills, upgrade your circle. Be someone different. Ask yourself, which season are you? And what does it require of you? And then from there, upgrade and grow yourself. So ladies and gentlemen, if you do that, I can assure you that you start earning the ticket to be in that senior level position. As you've heard, you don't require an extra qualification. Yeah, it's just to practice the things that I've shared with you. So when I met Ochieng again 2 years later, he was different. He was confident, he was more strategic, he was more visible, and even he was more connected. And guess what? Good news for Ochieng. He finally landed a CEO job, not because he was the smartest in the company. He didn't even have an MBA. But because he finally learned the real rules of the corporate world. So my message to you today is simple. Stop waiting to be noticed. Start positioning yourself for leadership. The C-suite and those senior leadership roles, they are not for the chosen few. They are for those who are prepared. So go for it. Thank you so much. Do subscribe, and I'll see you next time.